The officers pulled their guns and locked them onto Lou.
I'll never get over that.
Yeah, I don't think I will.
Freeze, criminal scum!
Where are we? Oh, yeah.
Officer, why are you pointing your gun at my baby?
It was me. I beat up those little punks. Have the marks to prove it to.
Yes, because when you beat someone up, you're the one who gets marks on you. He lifted
By
up
the way, who has the marks, anyways?
I think it's supposed to be Lou. He lifted up his sleeves to reveal cuts and bruises as if he was in a struggle.
Son, put the knife down,
said the officer. Leo held up the knife and dropped it to the ground. He put his hands up and walked over to the cops.
No, Lou, it was me. I did it.
Jeff had tears running down his face.
Ah, poor Blue, trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away.
The police led Leo out to the patrol car.
Lou, tell them it was me. Tell them I was the one who beat up them kids.
Jeff's mother put her hands on his shoulders.
Performance of the fucking century.
Jeff, please, you don't have to lie. We know it's Lou, and we don't like Lou.
Don't worry. We gave you a real name. You're the favourite.
We know it was Lou, that complete disappointment. He never cleans the guttering. Jeff watched helplessly as the cop car speeds off with... Jesus Christ. With Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulled into the driveway. Seeing Jeff's face and knowing something was wrong,
He smacked him.
Son, what is it?
Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained
boy!
were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff's mother walked his father inside to break the bad news to him as Jeff wept in the driveway.
And then he got ran over.
After an hour or so, Jeff walked back into the house, seeing that his parents were both shocked, sad and disappointed.
And aroused.
He couldn't look at them. He couldn't see how they thought of Lou when it was his fault. He just went to sleep. He was so upset he was able to sleep, trying to get the whole thing off his mind. 2 days went by with no word from Lou at JDC. No friends to hang out with. Nothing but sadness and guilt. That is, until Saturday.
Dun, dun, dun.
When Jeff when Jeff was woken up by his mother with a happy, sunshiny face.
Shiny, happy people laughing. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, that is so inappropriate.
Jeff, it's the day. Oh.
She said as she opened up the curtains and let light flood into the room.
Forget about our useless child.
Yeah, forget about that shit.
I'm totally a teenager. I must hiss at the sunlight.
What's today?
Asked Jeff as he stirs awake. Wow.
Come on.
Couple of words after asked were into stirs.
Why? It's Billy's party. Oh.
He was now fully awake.
Come on.
Mum, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after...
There was a long pause.
Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be the thing that brightens up the past days.
What?
Now, get dressed.
Don't worry. You know that your brother's been sent to, I don't know, kid prisoners, probably being vigorously bummed. Going to a birthday party for a 10-year-old. Yay!
Don't worry about #useless child.
Jeff's mother walked out of the room and downstairs to get ready herself.
I thought she was already ready, but I guess not.
He fought himself to get up. He picked out a random shirt and pair of jeans and walked downstairs.
He fought himself.
He saw his mother and father all dressed up. His mother in a dress and his father in a suit. He thought, why would they ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party?
Son, is that all you're going to wear?
Said Jeff's mum as she threw her car keys in the bowl.
Better than wearing too much,
He said.
I think I shit myself.
His mother pushed down the feeling to yell at him and hid it with a smile. Passive-aggressive mum.
No wire hangers. Oh, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an impression.
said his father, who couldn't speak proper English. Jeff grunted.
I'm just so angry.
Jeff's father is known for speaking an alien language that nobody can understand.
Jeff grunted and went back up to his room. I don't have any fancy clothes, he yelled
You never
downstairs.
bought me anything, you bastards.
Just pick.
All your money went to the Asian kid!
The one you thought was going to be a doctor,
Just pick something out.
called his mother.
I'm not wearing one of Lou's kimonos.
He looked around in his closet for what he would call fancy. He found a pair of black dress pants. What? He had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't find a shirt to go with it though. He looked around and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which go with dress pants.
Obviously not.
Finally, he found a white hoodie and put it on.
I don't know what it's like in America, but you know what hoodie means in England? Classy. Also, knifing. So it might be appropriate.
I think it's pretty appropriate,
You're wearing that?
they both said.
Apparently they both sound like women.
His mother looked at her
Oh,
watch.
son of mine's wearing that. Now get upstairs, boy.
Oh, no time to get changed. Let's just go.
She said as she herded Jeff and his father to the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house.
Wait, they're sheep now.
They knocked on the door and it appeared that Barbara, just like his parents, way overdressed. I think maybe the was could be used there somewhere.
Seriously, this is just a wife swapping party, isn't it?
Yeah. As they walked inside, all Jeff could see were adults, no kids.
Yeah, but this is further corroboration.
The kids are out in the yard, Jeff. How about you go and meet some of them?
Said Barbara. Jeff walked outside to a yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy costumes. What was weird about them? Doesn't say. And shooting each other with plastic guns. That's a first for this story. They weren't pulling real guns on each other.
Oh, yeah.
He might as well be standing in a Toys R Us, famous for its gunplay. Suddenly a kid came up to him and handed a toy gun and hat.
Hey, wanna play?
He said,
Ah, no, kid. I'm way too old for this stuff.
I'd wait for my pension
You're
check to
13,
come
you
round.
fucking liar.
I'm 50 years too old for this shit.
The kid looked at him with that weird puppy dog face.
Please?
Said the kid.
No, I only speak English. Bang.
Fine.
Said Jeff. He put on the hat and started to pretend to shoot at the kids. At first, he thought it was totally ridiculous, but then he started to actually have fun. It might not have been super cool.
What is this thing called fun? I can't have this. It's a criminal activity.
Still need to be moping about my brother.
But it was the first time he had done something that took his mind off Lou. So he played with the kids for a while, until he heard a noise. A weird rolling noise. Then it hit him. Randy, Troy, and Keith.
Dun dun dun!
Keith Bandit?
All jumped over the fence on their skateboards in America. Jeff dropped the fake gun.
Fence and like, especially since one of them's massively fat. You're like, right, two jumped over and then the fat one crashed into the fence.
I love the way that they can afford, like, really, like, all these knives and, I guess, guns and shit, and that they've got skateboards as transport.
Well, they do live in one of those fancy neighborhoods, Shadow Wolf. They did establish that.
Yeah, it's so fancy.
Yeah.
Jeff dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat. He could have just took it off. Randy looked at Jeff with a burning hatred.
Hello, Jeff, is it?
He said.
We have some unfinished business.
Jeff saw his bruised nose.
I think we're even. I beat the crap out of you. You get me brother sent to JDC.
Get my brother sent to mines.
Randy got an angry look in his eyes.
Oh no, I don't go for even. I go for winning. Because I'm Charlie Sheen, apparently.
Modern jokes.
You may have kicked our asses that one day, but not today.
As he said that, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground.
Wait, did they have a stroke?
It was start of an epic fight, but both of them suddenly struck down with back pain.
Jeff's pacemaker gave out. Randy punched Jeff in the nose, and Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. Jeff pushed Randy off of him, and both rose to their feet.
Question. about 2 days ago, didn't he break his hand or something like that? So so I immediately grabbed his other arm. I grabbed his arm and just kept squeezing on the broken bone.
Kids were screaming and parents were running out of the house. Troy and Keith both... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh, come on!
Troy and Keith both pulled guns out of their pockets.
This won't backfire in any way later. Good thing we're wearing masks. Wait.
Obviously.
Jesus Christ. How old are these? Like 10, 11, and they can fucking find guns?
America.
How? America is apparently...
Yes, we live in America where anyone over the age of 1 can own a gun.
And buy a fucking pack of cereal. Here's a free gun with that shit. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
This story is bullshit. Fuck.
No one interrupts or guts will fly.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
They said...
From pistols?
Like, really, once again, escalation. It's like, we're either gonna be allowed to beat him up, or we're gonna murder someone, and then everything will be fine.
Because we have guns, and guns are the answer.
Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed it into his shoulder. Jeff screamed and fell to his knees. Randy started kicking him in the face. After 3 kicks, Jeff grabs his foot and twists it, causing Randy to fall to the
I
ground.
like this, like, fake sort of movie fighting. Like, you kick a child in the face 3 times, it's gonna be going, oh, fuck my face!
You kick a child in the face 3 times, he's going to be unconscious.
Well, this is the WWE for children, after all.
Causing Randy to fall to the ground. Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him.
Need some help?
He picks Jeff up by the back of the collar and throws him through the patio door. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts to cough up blood.
Come on, Jeff. Fight me.
Perfect dialogue for a child.
He picks Jeff up and throws him into the kitchen.
How does he keep picking him up? He's got a broken hand.
Fucking hell. Throws him into the kitchen.
Here comes Randy Orton with the suplex.
Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's head.
Oh, come on. That's...
See, it's professional wrestling, ECW.
One of 2 things would have happened. Either A, he would have smashed it, it would have just hit him, and it wouldn't have broken. Or D, it would have broken and probably cut his hand to pieces.
Fight!
Fight!
Finish him!
Necessary dialogue.
He throws Jeff back into the living room.
Come on, Jeff. Look at me.
I'm so Hulk.
Look at me!
Jeff glances up, his face riddled with blood.
I was the one who got your brother sent to JDC, and now you're just gonna sit here and let him rot in there for a whole year. Ooh, yeah, you should be ashamed.
First of all, the dialogue. This is dialogue from like Commando or so, like some Schwarzenegger film. Also, he's like, yeah, I managed to get your brother put in jail. Now, after this, he'll still be in jail. Oh, wait. Oh, my God. I'm such a fucking idiot. Oh, what have I done? I've ruined my fucking life.
Who the fuck in their right mind would admit to sending someone for fraud?
I've managed to trick him getting your brother in jail. In front all these witnesses. Ha. Oh, wait. I got all these. No, wait. Even worse than that. Pulling the guns and assaulting someone.
Jeff starts
Can't wait till they start using their super moves.
to get up.
Oh, finally! Lowercase, you stand and fight!
This dialogue is awful.
Jeff is now to his feet, blood and vodka on his face.
Show me your true power.
Once
Final form.
he gets that strange feeling, the one in which he hasn't felt for a while,
So he gets a throbbing
entirely superfluous use of the word in there.
Oh, come on. Finally, he's up!
stand, one shall fall.
Also, why
There can be
Randy
only
say the
one.
same-
Says Randy as he runs at Jeff. That's when it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps.
It was his leg.
His psyche is destroyed. All rational thinking is gone. All he can do is kill.
Oh, bollocks.
He grabs Randy
Wow.
and pole drives him to the ground.
See? Wrestling match. It was it through a table by any chance?
He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart.
And Triple H interfered.
The punch causes Randy's heart
I
to
will
stop.
punch you in the fucking soul.
As Randy gasps for breath, Jeff hammers down on him, punch after punch. Blood gushes from Randy's body until he takes one final breath and dies.
What?
It looks like we're staying in the present tense for a while. Everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Keith.
So, did the parents goes like, all right, they're thrown inside. Let's all just walk in there with them. And the adults didn't think, you know what, I'm going to try and punch this child on the back of the neck and take their gun.
Oh no, because they've got guns!
I guess.
Although they easily break from their gaze and point their guns at Jeff. Jeff C''S, the guns trained on him, and runs for the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Keith let out fire on him.
Wait, what?
He-
They got a gun, shoot fire.
They suddenly got flamethrowers.
Well, they use magic. All right, here's a theory. They haven't made it clear in the story, but it's a world full of wizards and magic. Because that makes sense, because he magically fixed his hand, and they magically bought guns that shoot fireballs.
Yeah, we'll get there in the end, audience.
Each shot missing. The audience have gone by now. Jeff runs up the stairs. He hears Troy and Keith follow up behind him. As they let out their final rounds of bullets, Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs the towel rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Keith race in, knives.
Shit, how strong is this kid?
Well, he's made the pile drive another child.
Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the towel rack into Troy's face. Troy goes down hard.
Ah! I get it.
It's funny because oral sex. And now all that's left is Keith. He is
Pretty easy because his name's Keith.
more agile than Troy though, and ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He dropped the knife and we're back in the past tense. He dropped the knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck. He pushed him into the wall. A thing of bleach. Really?
Oh, come on. You don't even know what it is?
You know when you're shopping with a family, like a bottle, 1 gallon. Oh man, they sell it in things.
Is that in the thing?
I just imagine like it could be anything. Like oh, this new special thing bleach packed. Could be anything. Could be a teapot. Could be a teddy bear.
We don't know. A thing of bleach fell down on top of him from the top shelf. It burnt both of them because apparently they keep industrial strength bleach in their home.
Yep.
Because regular bleach wouldn't actually do that. And they both started to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best as he could. He pulled the towel rack and swung it into Keith's head. As he lay there, bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile. "What's so funny?" asked Jeff. Keith pulled out a lighter and switched it on.
What's funny is that you're covered in bleach and alcohol.
Seriously, that's what he said at that moment? He couldn't have said, like, I don't know, how about a little fire scarecrow or something? No. He with all this sort of like wrestling dialogue, then he says that. Jeff's...
It would have been funny if he's got massive trauma. It's like, what killed the dinosaurs? Just really confuse him.
I forgot to say, in America.
Oh, that joke is so fresh. Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin.
Because
Which-
that's the way science works.
Yeah, that's the way the bleach works.
The bleach bleached his skin. Jeff let out a terrible scream as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had made him a walking inferno. He ran down the hall and fell down the stairs.
They seem to have, mixed up alcohol with oil.
Everybody started screaming as they saw Jeff. Now a man on fire. Stop that.
I will hit you with this fucking bottle.
Stop that. Go play Slender, you cunt. Stop screaming.
Now a man on fire.
Drop to the ground. Are you kidding me?
Now a man on fire dropped to the ground, nearly dead. The last thing Jeff saw...
There's a difference between mostly dead and all dead.
The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and the other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out.